Heart, the Artistry of Living. I'm Suzy Vance, and I'm here with Amy Shinn.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Suzy.
So Amy is a barber. Woo!
Yeah, since I was 18, and now I'm 51.
For that long? Oh my God.
Yes, for that long. I went to vocational in high school. So by the time I graduated high school, which was in 92, then I went down to Indy to state boards, tested, and I think I had to wait like 3 months for my barber license to come. So I started cutting hair the same year I graduated high school.
How did you know you wanted to cut hair?
Oh God, that's such a... So when I was in 8th grade, my dad got a promotion. We lived here. I was at Krieger. After Christmas, actually during Christmas break, he goes, guys, we're moving to Kokomo, Indiana. I got a promotion. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything else but here. So we move. I go to a school where I didn't know one person. It was so traumatic. It was horrible. I was bullied. It was just horrible. So come my junior year,
In Kokomo,
I knew that that's when I could do vocational. I'm like, how can I get out of school? Because I knew I had to stay in school. But how can I get out, like only spend a couple hours and then go elsewhere? So I would do like 3 hours in the morning, junior and senior year, and then go to barber school. And that...
What told you to go to barber school?
My mom was a hairstylist.
Okay.
And hearing... I never really wanted to do like the chemicals. And you know, before you turned this on and we started, we were talking about our childhoods a little bit.
Yes.
And I truly believe now at 51, because I was really searching for the stuff, the emotional, the emotional love that I didn't receive from my dad. Dad, sorry, I know we're in a better place now. And I feel that I was looking external as a barber to surround myself with men.
Interesting.
And I know that today. So the beauty of it for me is I have about 30 dads in my life. Just listening to me over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad can listen to me now. We're in a beautiful place, but like I feel heard. I feel seen. I feel like I matter. And I am seen, and I do matter, and I am heard. But that trauma as a little girl, I didn't understand. So I fast forward, I have like 30 dads.
I love this.
I know. Isn't it so beautiful? And I've never, ever felt like my career as a barber has been work. Ever. Ever.
Awesome.
I've never been like, oh my God, I got to go to work today. No.
You get up out of bed and you can hardly wait to go.
I am so excited. Literally. So that's my story. Yeah. And I've always thought, gosh, should I like do a coffee table book? Like just like quotes, and not put like my clients' names, but like quotes out of the mouths of my clients over the years.
Hey.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
Yeah. What are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Do you need a paid permission slip?
Probably. I think like a little fear. Like, oh my God, I don't know. That would be dumb. But
Amy.
But there's something about barber shops, and men are so loyal to their barbers. They stay for years. I mean, I have clients that I've been doing since I was 18 that still come. Women tend to be a little,
But you were doing this in Kokomo, and then you moved back. How did that work?
We moved up here. My mom was like, we're getting out of here. And she literally packed up and said to my dad, we're going. You can stay here, we're going. And we came back up here. And I missed it.
Mm-hmm. She missed it.
She missed it. She loved the lake, and yeah. But yeah, and I've been here ever since. And I started Midtown Barbers, which is in Michigan City in 92.
Yeah.
Yes. And then I worked there until I had my first child in 2000. So 8 years. And it was so fun. It was the funnest place to work. And at 18, my eyes were opened. I'm like, I was so naive. And then I'm like around all these men and I'm like, oh my God, just, it was very interesting. And I got to meet a lot of the city people, you know, if
Yeah.
it was doctors, if it was lawyers, if it was, you know, professionals or just, it seemed like everybody went to Midtown back in those days. And I don't know if it's still that way, but
Did you ever know a guy named Paul Steffen?
no, did he work there?
No, he went there to get his hair cut.
Do you know who cut his hair, like who his
No,
barber was? Yeah,
no.
I don't, that doesn't sound
Whoever
familiar.
was his barber, when he got sick, would go to his house to cut his hair.
Us barbers will do that, and I will do that with my clients. I've cut hair in hospitals, in nursing homes, in rehab places. Yeah,
I'm so glad she cuts my husband's
I know
hair.
when I do Susie's husband's hair now, and tell him like you were his barber.
Yeah.
Like for how many years?
Since I was in my 30s.
I know, and then you were like,
I said I'm resigning.
And then Suzy thought of me, which I feel, I feel blessed, literally. It was a big deal the first time I cut his hair. He had a lot of fear, which we talked, and I tried to support him the best I could, and he was very happy. And now I've cut it twice. Yeah. So the last haircut, he was like just very calm and not worried. He was worried I was gonna like cut all of his hair off.
I don't know what he was worried about. He was more than anything. I think he was thinking it was going to be like the experience he used to have when he go to a Chicago
That's what he said. They would just give him like a buzz.
Yeah, right.
And that was exactly what his fear was, because he opened up and shared that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is fun.
I know. My career has been a gift. And on top of being a barber, like after I left Midtown, I was able, because I have a trade. It's a trade, right? So I had a barber shop when I was married in our basement. I created a barber shop. So I had my clients that wanted to come and follow me came. So I did I've always dabbled even when my kids were babies. And then when they got older and then I got divorced, then I went in outside of the house and created this beautiful business, which I've been able to control, and it's appointment only because my kids have always come first. So I've been able to be their bus driver, and even though the bus, like now that my daughter's in high school, but now she drives too, but like even like as freshmen, the bus stop is right outside our door, but I always drove them because I wanted to be with them and pick them up and see their face when I got them from school. It's so important. But I've been able to do that because of my career. I crafted this beautiful.
You did.
I know.
And you have such a beautiful space.
Thank you.
I love it.
And that space was my first grade classroom. I went to school at Long Beach School. I don't know if I told you that.
Yes, you did.
Okay, I did. But it's so weird. Like I always think, I have a key to my grade school. I have a key to my grade school. I can go in there at 2. I could have like a sleepover in my grade school if I wanted to. I keep asking my girls, I'm like, let's have a sleepover in Mom's first grade. No, Mom. I'm like, I would love that. I know, it would be so fun.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
So do you have any advice for kids that are in high school or college and they're not really sure what they're up to?
I absolutely do. I do a lot of soon-to-be young men's hair. You know, they're in high school. Mm-hmm. They're feeling heavy about maybe what mom and dad want them to do. And I'm the barber that says, don't tell mom and dad, but this is your journey. Our moms and our dads are our moms and our dads, but it's our life to live. The biggest thing that I share with them is whatever you do, have joy.
Thank you.
So you can choose many things. You can be an entrepreneur yourself. You could work at a McDonald's. You could go into the military. You could go to college. You could, there's only so many things to do, but what lights you up? And look within and even ask yourself, meditate on it, pray on it, walk on the beach, ask the questions.
You know what I have?
What?
On my website, I have a process of doing something called a ruthless inventory.
Okay.
And it has you make a list. It has you sit and I'll let you look at it.
Okay.
But it's in a place, you sit someplace where nobody's going to disturb you.
Yeah.
And you start, just, I like to say vomit on a sheet of paper.
I love it.
But-
I say that word a lot. Yeah. Yeah.
But you just write down all of a sudden everything that goes through your mind that you ever like to do, like walking on the beach with no shoes, lying in the sunshine, whatever, going for a walk in the woods, or reading a book, or whatever it is.
Yes.
It's a long list of all the things you like to do.
And it works.
And then you decide that you've finished your list and you fold it up. I had 90 things on my list.
Wow.
Okay, you fold it up and you put it away. And you promise yourself you won't get it out for 3 days.
Okay.
And I know, because I was there, that for 3 days you're going to think, oh, I forgot to put this down. I forgot to put that down. So I give you permission to have a Post-it.
Okay.
That you for each thing that comes to your mind, you fill out a Post-it. You don't open your list, but you put it with your list.
I love
Okay.
that. Yes.
And then at the end of 3 days, sometime when you're going to have a good couple of hours to think about everything, I want you to get out your list and the Post-its, because there will be some, and you cut the list into strips.
Okay.
Each has its own strip.
Okay.
And then you, with great patience and great thought, you put them all in an order from the thing you like the most
Okay.
to the thing you like, but it's at the bottom of the list.
Okay.
And then you do something about transferring them to sheets of paper with tape on top of them so that they don't get out of order.
Okay.
And then you have to come see me and I'll tell you what you have discovered.
How many times have you done this with people?
Oh, I do it whenever anybody shows up who is in trouble.
That is very powerful.
Yeah. It's called Suzy's Ruthless Inventory.
That is very powerful. Well, there's something else. I don't know if I've shared this with you, but when I was in the middle of my divorce, I remember sitting with my mom and I said, Mom, besides barbering, I have to support myself and my children. I want to do something else on top with my barbering, and I just don't know. And I want it to be where it's flexible. And my mom goes, well, God knows you like to exercise. 6 weeks later, 6 weeks, I opened up Amy's Beach Fitness and started teaching classes in 6 weeks. And
are you still doing that?
I'm not but the irony is COVID hit and I couldn't teach.
Mm-hmm.
But Rod, my fiance Rod, him and I started my YouTube channel, Amy's Beach Fitness on YouTube. So where I'm going with my fitness thing, I was able to create another business that revolved around my children. And I've always been passionate about fitness, even as a little girl. Moving the body is powerful for all of us. Movement. And to be able to show up, share my passion, which is fitness, and the feeling, what it does to your brain, what it does to your body, and to give that and to support and be, their biggest cheerleader has also been a very much gift. And the YouTube, it's like I had the experience of the class setting. So when we started doing YouTube, I just talked in front of Rod did it all on his iPhone. So right now we have a little iPad, but it was an iPhone and he could edit it all. But it was, I looked at it like YouTube is world. Anybody all over the world can search blah, 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 and I can pop up. I would envision that I was envisioning like the world was out there. Like I could feel it and I could see it. So it was very easy for me to show up. And I have over 500 videos on my YouTube channel. We haven't filmed in a while, but I'd like to sooner than later.
This
Yeah.
is great.
I don't know if I told you that.
You didn't tell me
But
that.
isn't that powerful?
I can hardly wait to go look them up. What am
And
I
there's
looking for when
Amy's Beach Fitness, and
Amy's-
there's all different there's all different things. You've got cardio. I used to be like addicted to cardio, like ba 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 ba, and now I'm not that same woman. And so there's cardio. There's a lot of balance. Stretching, resistance training, flexibility work, and there would be things on there for your husband. Like I have a seated chair workout that's 20 minutes long. And I remember, like yesterday, with Rod, I'd go to Rod's house and we'd film, and he'd be like, well, what are you going to do today? I'm like, I don't know. I go, I just want to sit down and just do a video sitting down. And it is my #1 video on YouTube. And all you're doing is sitting. No joke.
Awesome.
Can't
wait.
Yes.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Yes. I know. It's so exciting.
So, if somebody wants to come get their hair cut,
It's appointment only. I'm located at 2501 Oriole Trail, and that is in Long Beach, Indiana, which is the old Long Beach School, which is now called the Long Beach Community Center. Yeah.
Okay. And how do they make the appointment?
Should I share my number? Or what do I do?
Sure.
I'm going to give you my email. Amy's, AMYS, bootcamp@comcast.net is my email. So reach out and email me, and I can schedule you for your haircut.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she is it's a little pejorative to say sweet, but she is the sweetest.
Oh,
and
thank you.
She is the most connected, considerate, understanding. She meets you as a person who needs a haircut wherever you are in the moment, and you will have the greatest experience of having your haircut ever.
Thank you. And I
can see it in my husband when he goes.
Yeah, I was telling Suzy before we started filming that it's not just a haircut. I do truly care about human beings. Mm-hmm. I do. I always think, gosh, I should go to school to be like a therapist, because I kind of feel like I know exactly. But I mean, like, just to have that like legal, like the degree. But I feel like I'm a therapist already without the degree.
Yes, and you're reaching people who wouldn't pay.
That's a good point.
I know.
That are like, oh my God, therapists, no. But I'm actually supporting them, and they're opening up while I'm cutting their hair.
Right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Good point. I never thought of it that way.
So, get in touch with Amy Shinn. She is fabulous. Whether you want to work out or get your hair cut.
Oh, thank you, Suzy. So are you. I think we're very similar. We have very similar souls, you and I.
We do.
Yes.
Creating from the heart, the artistry of living. I'll see you next time. And if you know anybody I should interview, please let me know.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.